That was the goal. And so that's what the RECC-E became. It was how do we make a stock system that's going to be kind of modular as well, because like on this one we have the QD front ends.
Yeah.
And on the fat, we ship them without, just so it's slick and smooth for people. You've got QD cups in the rear that you can flip side to side. We have anti-rotation QD cups coming. We have sling loops coming, so for groups that can't use QD cups, waterborne groups usually don't use QD cups. They have that flexibility and modularity. So then, again, back to the original purpose, lightweight, constant cheek weld. So to do that, I had to do an entire receiver extension that's proprietary. It's really just a slightly modified, like M16 kind of style rifle tube. So it's it's a mil spec, impact extruded 77. It's a mil spec tube. It's not just something off the shelf. So that took a while to make. It's all custom components. And that's also, I think the market doesn't understand why the RECC-E stock is so expensive when compared to other carbine stocks. But if you think about that, we include the receiver extension. That's like 30 to 60 maybe dollar retail component that someone has to buy on their own with a castle nut, and they have to do all that. So we got around. Our whole system. You buy the box, you put it on a gun. You don't need other parts, and you don't have to pick which receiver extension do you want and why.
Trying to play that game of figuring it out.
Right, and then compatibility, or someone's tolerances aren't quite the same as your stock, or and as we know from the commercial first mil spec tube sagas of the world. So and back in the Magpul days, we had the CTR stock, and we were trying to fix it with the friction lock. Now, they did a new version, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, so this setup with receiver extension is lighter than a CTR by itself. So I think we're at 12 ounces complete with our system. So again, objective is lightweight, constant cheek weld, light as possible. So we do get a little bit of flack for people like, oh, it's not as rigid as maybe a UBR, right?
Yeah.
It's like that wasn't the intent.